think I've lost count of the amount of times that I've said that was a battling display, or even the word battle, but it really was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought we were good today. I thought first half we had good control of the game with possession. Second half it turned a bit more into a basketball game, and that was sort of to be expected because I sensed that we could win the game. They were throwing bodies up front and committing, sort of leaving bodies up front on the counter-attack. So I think the last 15 minutes was a little bit sort of back and forth, which I didn't really like, but was to be expected. First half much better, and it felt a lot better from the side. It felt like we were controlling the ball better, we were controlling possession better, we were not forcing things, not rushing things, recycling it when possible, and we've created 2 golden chances to score and win the game. But yeah, we've got to get our shooting boots on, I think. But a real battling performance, and I think one that we needed after 2 disappointing results.
You raise a good point, because there are opportunities to win it, and that's without having a recognised striker on the pitch as well.
Yeah, it's been difficult, obviously, without Corey and Josh, but I think Jaden Carvin has stepped up and done really well. He worked his socks off against Kings Lynn after going down to 10 men after 8 seconds. And he's putting a real shift in again today, and no wonder why he's got cramp, and I actually praise him for that, because it would have been easy to think that you're tired, and he's run through walls for the team, and everyone behind has done the same. So big credit to the players to run through walls today, because it was a tough test. They're a good team. We had to be on it defensively. I thought first half our shape was really good, limited them to hardly anything. I think Loz has been quite quiet, if I must say, but I think his voice from behind and Canis's voice leading into Aaron and to Freddie and through the team was really important today, and a senior one stepped up.
Yeah, at the end of the game, there's the usual conversations about who gets your man of the match. I'm struggling, because it could have been any of them, couldn't it?
Yeah, I think there's a number. I thought Canis was really good, apart from the heart attack he gave us for 5 seconds. But he gave us so much today in his voice, experience, knowledge, understanding, position of his body, talking to the back line as well. I thought the midfield boys put in a massive shift. Fleety, Ashby in particular, Alfie got around the pitch and led by example, I must say. Senior boy was voicing it, was instructing, leading by example, and Zach, ran his socks off, and second balls that he picked up and the regains were brilliant. So maybe wasn't his day in front of goal, but out of possession, I thought Zach was superb, and Jaden ran his socks off. And Coyley, I go through the whole team. Andre put in a shift, should have scored though. Andre should have scored, and he knows that. But he's getting in the right position, so that's real positive.
Yeah, I mean, you just summed it up there, but you said it before. It's a little bit like the Oxford City of old, I suppose, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've had a few games that the games have been extremely poor in terms of possession, in terms of the pitches. We've had no excuse today not to try and pass the ball, and I thought we did that. We've created a golden chance in the 44th minute, where I think we need to do better and score. I can't remember what really happened, but we're in the 6-yard box. We've created a chance of Andre's header. We've had a couple half chances, but I think we've had one flashed across the goal in the second half that we can probably flood the box better and get in there. But overall, we needed a change. We've shifted around the squad a little bit. We've changed some personnel, and the boys who stepped in today were brilliant. So we had 11 boys on the pitch today, so that helped. So yeah, no poor decisions.
Yeah, and thankfully. But just by judging by Scunthorpe substitutions today, they set up and then changed the shape. They brought on a couple of strikers for midfielders and really went at us. But the kind of balance of the game didn't really change. So was that another positive, the fact that we've dealt with that really well?
Yeah, I'll probably say the last 15 minutes they had a little bit of more attacking momentum. They were leaving bodies up, and rightly so, they're going for the win, but so were we. So we knew that was happening. We got caught on one counter. I think Roberts got in on a quick free kick. We need to manage that better, but a real honest game. They wanted to win it. We felt like we could win it. I do think the point is probably fair on reflection, but load of positives that we can take from this game, and the boys need to believe in that, because when we pass and move, we can make any team look average. And Scunthorpe are not an average team. They're really good, and they've got real threats and strengths in all areas, and the squad and depth is really good. So we've had a draw at their place, we've had a draw here. Both games I thought were fair. So we've got to move on and look at the positives now.
Final one from me. We will move on to Chester on Tuesday night. But first of all, over 1,000 supporters in here today. A big well done to the Scunthorpe fans who travel in numbers, and the Oxford City fans too. It's really impressive, but we want them back on Tuesday night because there's another massive game against Chester here. Yeah,
they came down in numbers. We don't always like that because it gives them momentum and some voice, but our fans were brilliant. They can really sense that we're trying to do the right things. They're right behind us. They were cheering tackles, first contacts, cheering some general play as well, some good possession, and cheering some of our good chances, and that's what drives the players. It shouldn't be the driving force behind it, but it does give the players an extra 5%. So we encourage that again Tuesday. It's going to be a difficult game against Chester. I think they won again today. They've on a bit of a roll, but we're used to playing really well against top teams, so we try and replicate the same performance. We'll tweak a few things, maybe personnel, maybe shape, and we'll look to that for a new game and get some fresh legs in maybe.
Ross, thanks very much for your time.
Cheers.